morning, sunshine. Giving you guys a little view off my front porch this morning to start with. It is a beautiful morning out today, and you get to see my puppy. Hi, Tink. What are you doing? Wait. Extreme close up. Wait. You're gonna knock the camera over. Okay, sit, good boy, sit. Good morning, guys. Almost knocked you over. Oh, look at all the wonderful people I have on today. So this only tells me when my friends are on, so I can really only tell when people are on. I see Mary Jo and Mo and Steph and Yana. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Mary Jo, hi, Tink. Hi, Tink. Tink, what are you doing? That's assume the position, Tink. Hi. Oh, extreme close-up. No bueno. Hi. Trying to get my camera reset here. Hi, everybody. My horrible glasses off. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Hi. I have, sorry I'm late. Oh, there's a lot of traffic today for some reason. What's going on? What's going on out here in Wayne County? I ain't never drove traffic like this. I don't know why I use that voice, but anyway, just being silly. Slide back in my chair, have some coffee. It's a little cool this morning, but that's okay. I decided, like, if it's 40 and above, I'll do it on my porch. If it's below 40, I'm doing the live feed in my house. Yeah, so it's a little above 40 this morning, so I can be out on the porch. Wow, where is everyone going today? A little above 40, so I'm out. Believe it or not, this is a lot of traffic from my road right now. I'm just wondering is there something on the news I didn't catch? Is Wayne County in trouble or something? Anyway. So I was a little late this morning because I needed a little extra meditation time this morning. I've gotten into a routine where I'm, that guided meditation that I posted for you guys the last couple of days. I do that every morning. It's like 15 minutes, and I do Headspace. So isn't it funny that yesterday during the governor's address, he brings up Headspace, the app that I've been talking about. I'm like, well, wait, that's just freaky. Hey, what? It's just a car. So that's just freaky, right? I start talking about this app, and then the governor pulls it out and says, hey, New Yorkers get like a free account access or something like that to Headspace, the meditation app. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, I'm not saying the governor follows my lead, but, you know, take from it what you will, I guess. Totally just kidding. So yeah, I do the Headspace app, and then I do that guided meditation. And I need a little extra today because I just realized that, you know, March 14th was the last day the center was open, and that day I just got some bad news about a member who was coming to my boxing class, and it hit me pretty hard, but I didn't really have time to process it or even understand what happened or get any more information or anything like that, because then we closed the center that same day. And I just remember talking about it with Yana, and you know, this is both the best job and the worst job in the world. You know, for all the great things that we do and all the great work and all the success stories, we're just not able to save everyone, right? And that's just the world, and we're not in charge of saving anyone anyways, right? We're just here to connect with people, but we lose people along the way, and it's one of the hardest things, and sometimes I don't feel like I still don't process it right. And we got some more bad news yesterday, and I just realized that you know, I'm kind of in this mode where I'm not truly allowing myself to feel the losses yet, because I feel like there's always going to be more coming, and so I don't take the time to truly grieve the losses that, you know, we've experienced so far. I'm just kind of keeping a tally going, and that's not a healthy way to cope with it, right? So I need to feel that in a healthy way and process it. So I needed a little extra meditation time this morning, because I was really starting to feel it yesterday, in, you know, combination with a lot of Zoom meetings and stuff like that. It was just, Monday is a pretty rough day anyway. So in the afternoon, I took Tank and my youngest son. We went for a nice walk. It was beautiful out yesterday afternoon. We went to the park, and the local park here, and we just did a small hike, about 1.5 miles. Tank can't really walk as much as he used to, so we just went for a short hike, and it was nice, you know, to unplug and get away from things. And, you know, I had to just unplug and read a little bit, and I started that book that I got on Amazon, Meredith. And it reminded me of, there's actually a couple more books I want to order today on grief and loss and things like that, just to be able to process things in a healthy way, because I don't want to continue to keep a tally and keep score and wait for the next one before I grieve. So I want to do it better. So I wanted to start this morning, as I'm trying to do every morning, with gratitude. So my gratitude for today is having self-awareness, being self-aware enough to know when I'm not doing something healthy or something that's good for me, and coming up with a plan to do it better. So just being self-aware, I'm grateful for today. It's just that really small, minute little thing, but it's something that I didn't have before. I didn't have that. You know, I would just either not cope with it or cope with it in a not healthy way. So at least I have, my goodness, I'm sorry for all the traffic today. I don't know what's going on out here in the 315 today. It's 315. I don't know, I'm being silly today. I apologize. So just having that self-awareness, I'm just grateful for the self-awareness. So that's it. That's all I got on all of that. So the book I'm reading is a Johann Hari, Lost Connections, which is really good, and it puts me in mind of a lot of things, but I'm going to read some comments instead. So some other people. Karen G, you're back. Hi, Versace. You got it this time. Nice. Good job, Yana. Morning, everyone. Hi, Mo. Karen G. Dang, your facial hair grows quick. Yeah. Yeah, it's already, like, I gotta clip it down again. Meredith, good morning. Tom, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I was just gonna ask if you saw Headspace on Cuomo's briefing. Yes. Yeah, that was funny. Made me laugh. Stephanie, Sunshine Abounds, Motivation, Headspace, a great app. Yeah, absolutely. Australian, I don't know. That's where I thought it was English. Maybe it is Australian. I don't know. Do you listen to the guy or the girl? And I just realized you can change the time on it too. It's got great sleep meditations and all kinds of other things. But anyway, so I'm reading that Lost Connections by Johann Hari, and it's interesting. I'm just in the very beginning of it. I didn't get a lot of chance to read it yesterday, but it talks about, he starts right off about, you know, his history with antidepressants and, you know, all the studies that they've done about placebo effects of medications and things like that. So it really is an interesting read already, but it just reminded me that, you know, back in 2017 when I first started volunteering with ROCovery, and And the first thing I actually started doing, aside from the community outreach with Find Your Path that we did for like 2.5 years, I would do one-on-one presentations. So we would go into treatment facilities and do presentations on ROCovery. And for the first couple, I shadowed to see what it was all about. And I remember one specifically I went on with Yana and Sean to Westfall Associates, and in his presentation they talked about, I remember Sean talking about this specifically, this Johan Hari TED Talk where he talks about this study called Rat Park that they did years and years ago, where it's all about connection. So when they took a single rat in a cage with drugged water, 90 some odd percent of the time, very high percentage of the time, the solitary rat, he'd have regular water and drugged water. He would drink the drugged water until the point of death, basically. And then, so years later, they did another study where they took a bunch of rats, gave them all kinds of stuff to do, same 2 bottles of water, and almost none of the rats chose the drugged water. So what basically the summary that they gleaned from this research is that, I like that word, gleaned, from that research was that when you have healthy connections and things to do and activities, you want to stick around, basically. You don't choose to check out, and a lot of that has to do with having a purpose, wanting to be present for your life and things like that. And that, so if anyone gets a chance, and I'll post the link in the comments later to that TED Talk, because it's really amazing. This was a few years ago they did the TED Talk, so it's still got a lot of stigmatizing language in it. It calls people with substance use disorder addicts and things like that. But if you can ignore that stuff, the non-person-centered language, the message underneath it is really good, and it's about connection. Right, so that really, to me, amplifies the need for our outreach center in our community, and what that really provides to everyone. And to me, in particular, I'm feeling today the grief and the loss of having that, that connection, that bond with people. This is amazing, and this is great to have, but actually having that, he says in the talk, that nuanced connection with people, that really tactile touch and feel. And I really miss that, and I miss you guys, and can't wait to have that back again. But for me, that really drives home, why we do what we do, right? To build those connections with folks that a lot of times, don't have connections in their life anymore because of for whatever reason. If they're, their path of addiction has been so destructive in their life that they don't have connections anymore. We become that social glue for folks a lot of times, and I don't know, I can only speak for me, but at times I start to take that for granted, right? I start to lose focus of the fact of how important that is for a lot of people, and for me. Yeah, Meredith, if you go on Headspace, Karen, I love the 315. Me too. If you go on Headspace, I think there's an area that, I don't know, I got an email. If you register, with your zip code, you'll get an email. I don't know, check it out. I'll look at it more. There's so much content on there that you get for free anyways. I'm not sure what is new free and what's regular free. So, So about running, which is what this is supposed to be about, I'm going to do 5 today. I'm going to do 5 miles today. Yes. So we're in week 11 of the half marathon training. And right now the program I'm doing is Novice 1, because that was the one that I started running the program with everybody at the center on Sundays. So we're doing Novice 1 in the Hal Higdon. And that basically takes anyone who can run a 5K, basically, can work this program and get up to a half marathon. So We're in week 11. I'm going to bring my mileage back down again after doing 19 last weekend, and just do a 10-mile run this weekend will be my long run. So I'm scaling it back a little bit, and then the following weekend I'm going to do the full marathon, or full half marathon for time, to see what my pace is at for the half marathon. And then the following week I'm going to start a new program, his intermediate one program. So I'll start back at that level, and then so that what that's going to do is it's just going to basically ramp up the mileage for the week runs and the cross training, and so it'll just be a little more aggressive. So then by the end of the next 12 weeks we'll be at, you know, whatever we're at there. So the half marathon we're training for was moved to October, I think 25th. So we have lots of time to train. I talked to Chelsea. We can start the program all over again when we can get back at it. Start the class all over again. We'll have the ROCovery 5K in September, so that'll be good. So yeah, just gonna do 5 today, 3 tomorrow, 5 today again on Thursday, and then we'll do a 10-mile run on the weekend. Stephanie, great tip on connection, processing grief and loss. Keep up the good work, silver lining and all this. Thank you, Steph. It really means a lot. You know, the feedback that we're getting from folks, I meant to mention that yesterday too. Your personal messages mean so much. You know, the comments here in the feed mean so much to all of us. It really is sometimes very difficult to keep perspective on things. And when you have a day where, you know, you get bad news, man, just one little message from somebody can make it so much easier to deal with the not good stuff. So I mean, there is no way to make it better, but that certainly cushions it a lot. So I really appreciate it more than I can ever possibly express, and I know I speak for all of my ROCovery family, not just the ones doing the videos, but the ones in the background that you don't even get to see. It's hard for everyone. It's hard work, and you know, I say it all the time to, you know, our volunteers, our members, other staff members, is this is both the easiest and the hardest job I've ever had. It's both the best and the worst. For those reasons. The best when you get, you know, you can really see the positive effect you can have in people's lives and those connections, and the worst when it doesn't, when it's not enough. So I would say to you that I have so much gratitude. That's the other thing I'm going to say I have gratitude for. Those of you who reach out and give us positive feedback, or any feedback. Anyway, just that engagement is so valuable and so needed, and it just touches us in such a deep and meaningful way that I can't begin Wayne County ALS. I used to drive ambulance here, so all the medical folks are ALS crew out here, drive around a lot. Back to what I was saying, I can't begin to express my gratitude for the feedback. It means more than you can possibly know, and it really keeps us going a lot of the time. Without it, it would be so much more difficult. So thank you very much, and I say that for all of the staff. Like I said, not just the ones you see on the video, but for the ones in the background too, who are working hard every single day, so we can keep going. To Matt, to Lindsay, to Kara, to Brian, to Eric. I'm just calling out the guys and girls that you don't get to see every day. You know, of course, you know, Chelsea and Kirsten and Lisa, and of course Yana, and Brian and Brandon, and the folks doing the videos. You know, this is hard too. Trust me, it's hard seeing yourself every day when you're not used to it. It's not a natural thing to do. So anyway, it's tough. But I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it. So thanks again, guys. I'm going to shut up now. drink a little more coffee. It is much cooler out here than I thought. Sorry. But thank you for being here for me today. I really appreciate it. And I love you guys. And Wayne, I see you're on now too. Wayne, how you doing, man? Been praying for you. And I'm glad to see you're on here and staying connected too. So I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna do my 5 miles. I'll do a little post run video and post it in the comments. I won't do live feed, but I've been doing just the little video clips in the comments later. And I'll post links to those things that I talked about, and I will see you guys right here tomorrow morning at 7:30. Do some meditating, feel what you're feeling, go through it, and get out the other side, and always inspire hope. Okay, guys, peace.